governor. We've been able to blunt them here and there, but the emergency powers that were given to them was just ridiculous. He's out of control. 195 days in this drama. Can you believe this? This is like a nightmare never will end. But everything's at stake right now, and we have to stick together. And I know some of us are gone weary and tired of this whole thing, but we have to stay the course because so much is at stake. This is the greatest attack on our Constitution, freedoms, and rights in the history of Pennsylvania. I can't think of a worse time. Even when we had 70,000 Johnny Rebs tramping around back here, our basic freedoms were not under assault then, but they are under Wolf. And that he thinks he can play games with our lives here. And that was so refreshing about the ruling on Monday by Judge Stickman, right?
Amen.
That he said two major things. They didn't hit everything, but hit two major things that destroys the governor's complete arguments. First off, his restrictions on your right to assemble were a violation of your freedoms and rights. Yeah? So when he comes out of the closet and says, 25 people inside, 250 outside, that's obviously a gross infringement. And it's not even based on science, it's based off of his fantasies. Because we know, you remember when Dauphin County, when he came down and gave his blessing for them to go to the yellow phase, and I deem therefore you minions that no more than 25 can gather. But then the next day we see him out there, having fun with his protester buddies with a Blue Lives Murder sign behind his bald head. I'm like, there's something really wrong here.
Amen.
And right next to him was a plainclothes police officer, PSP, protecting him. And these liberals here are just off their rockers. They want to look at Minneapolis. They defunded the police, but the city leaders hire security to protect them. This is like East German Soviet-style government where they have rules for everyone else, the populace, the minions like us, but they're special. What about the mayor of Chicago? Isn't she a winner? She's okay with protesters looting and burning things down, but you come to her street, she's got Chicago's finest defending her street and picking people off. And even reporters, conservative reporters, are driving them away. They're like, what an elitist. So we have a struggle and a fight for the very future of our state and nation at risk here. And so this election coming up here, Donald Trump's got to get a second term. He's got to.
Amen. Yes.
You remember 2016, that glorious night, right? Remember Pennsylvania?
Oh, yes.
Pennsylvania was there.
Woohoo!
We stood in the gap for our nation, just like we did in 1776 and 1863. And 2001, Flight 93. Let's roll, right? We rolled. And we won. But the governor's bent on winning the state for Biden, whether they have to cheat, steal, or lie to do it. And it's in their nature to lie. You see that? If you dare to have the audacity to disagree with them, suddenly you become a racist, bigot, hater, fill in the phobe with blank. They'll create some kind of new word. It's like, really? Stop doing that. And they're just full of this. So that's why so much is at stake. We have to stand in the gap. So 2016 was a glorious day. Thank God Hillary was.
Hallelujah.
What do you think?
For sure. Amen, amen.
That was a long night, wasn't it? Because everyone told us she was going to win.
Yeah.
But we stood in the gap. And this is our chance once again. So we really need to get out here on November 3rd, and we need to pull for the president really hard because the Democrats are going to stuff the ballots. They're going to stuff it. And Governor Wolf and his Supreme Court, that's in his pocket here in the state, that was elected 2 years ago, we stood aside. We blew it. But they're going to try to cheat. So be praying now for our country. We need God's intervention. Amen. And the General Assembly has been so frustrating because we've been inhibited. We do pass legislation to try to rein him in. He vetoes it. The next day he does the same thing our legislation told him to do, like reopening real estate, right? And he vetoed that, then opened it up. It's like he just copied and pasted our language. What a petty tyrant! I mean, really. How about that tantrum on Monday when he came out after the judge ruled against him? He blamed the general. It's time for the General Assembly to get to work. I'm like, what? Where you been? I haven't seen you in 6
Dithering.
Because the General Assembly is dithering. I'm like, I think he's trolling me. He's like, you Republicans need to stop fear-mongering. I'm like, wait a second, I say that too about you.
Oh my God.
It's nice living rent-free.